公牛，干，热火应该不会赢吧？没有吉米巴特勒。
Welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. To the paint. And the dunk by DeRozan.
From the wing position, DeMar DeRozan is one of the best at finishing through contact.
And it's Rozier with the ball for the Heat. Richard, an interesting trend with this Chicago team. They're conservative three-point shooting.
Yeah, the Bulls hover around the bottom of the league for total attempts, BA, which definitely separates them for the rest of the NBA.
So it's Chicago now. After the basket by Miami. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Butler. Caruso grabs the board. Up top, Vucevic. Down low. Caruso with the bucket.
Showing off those playmaking skills, Levine keeps his head up, makes the easy play.
To the middle. Nice D from Vucevic.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. He gets it in there.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Outside for Levine. On the wing, DeRozan. Here's Caruso. Pass to Vucevic. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Hard to deny Vuce inside when he can play over or through you.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Hero outside. Outside for Butler. Shot clock at 6. Can't hit the step back J.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
And that one's good.
Selfless player, Vucevic finding his man all alone.
Butler on the wing. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Grant, the resiliency and determination of the Heat, not to be underestimated.
Well, BA, last season became just the second 8th seed in NBA history to advance to the finals. And Jimmy Butler said it. We don't care if you pick us to win. We never have. We never will.
Well, Grant, the pace that the Heat like to play is a little slower compared to other teams.
Yeah, BA, more methodical, definitely. They don't just jack up shots and run quick plays. They're very patient, and they look for the best scoring option. Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Kicks it to Hero.
Oh.
Fires the three. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Caruso. He buries it from 3. Caruso's got 7 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
You go, my Grant.
And there's the whistle. That'll go on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Oh, got that one up quick. 9 points in the game. And here's Butler outside. Drummond grabs the miss. Chicago leading. Here's Levine. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
The defense has to try harder to slow down Levine. He shoots through just any coverage they've thrown at him.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off.
The Heat, 8.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And we heard some coaches saying the league punishes retaliation, and that might even encourage players to instigate. Grant, you think he's got a point?
You know, B.A., I think he does. I mean, if guys are creating a dust-up to try to get opposing star players thrown out, the officials cannot reward that.
It's Martin on the wing. It's stolen by Green. Here's Ball. It's not going to go for him. Oh, nice D from Rozier. Ball with a steal. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
Count it. Good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's DeRozan. And DeRozan, the hang time.
DeRozan making his presence felt at the rim.
And Grant, a positive for the Bulls over the last few seasons. They work hard to get good shots.
Well, B.A., that's definitely part of their DNA. They've had the personnel to do it, and guys who are disciplined and patient.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the Bulls back in 2021 shifting the roster towards a more veteran win-now look. They've pushed their chips into the middle. Now they're trying to find their way into contention. All-star forward DeMar DeRozan said, quote, "We've got to go out there and compete. If we want this thing, we have to go after it." Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to Butler. Takes the three. No good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Back to Dosunmu. Oh, deflected. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Rozier.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
I mean, plastered on his man, and Hero making it difficult to move the ball.
Here's Adebayo. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Pass to Dosunmu. Green in the post. No points so far.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
And at this point of his career, Butler wants to win. And boy, does he ramp up his performance in the playoffs, especially in recent years.
Jimmy Butler, 2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Adebayo with a steal. Kicks it to Hero. Outside Butler. Oh, Butler with the confidence from the perimeter.
A guy you have to guard at range. Butler isn't a volume three-point shooter, but he can hit them when the mood strikes.
Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Ball. Here's Dosunmu. 5 to shoot. He shoots. And he hits the jumper. Dosunmu's got his first 2 points.
And DeRozan has done an amazing job improving his playmaking skills, including finding his open teammates.
Drains the triple.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And stolen by Adebayo. Pass to Hero. And Rozier, here we go. And he hits it to tie the game. Rozier's got 6.
Look how Rozier just slices inside. He doesn't hold himself back on the drive at all.
Here's Rozier. He has 6. And here's Butler. Kicks it to Hero. Launches it from deep. Tipped. And a pretty tightly contested game here.
The Bulls. 27.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And it's Miami's ball. They trail by 3. Well, Richard, the Bulls made a valiant effort to reach the postseason in 2023.
Yeah, they stayed alive in the play-in, managing to win their first game, but they fell in game 2 and were unable to break into the playoffs.
White with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pulls it from the corner. Caruso with the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 5. Here's Hero. Chicago grabs the miss. Some room here for Williams. And there's another one for the Bulls.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Butler on the wing. This one for 3.
看这种蛇劲。
Drops in the 3. Butler's got 10.
Developing that quick release. Butler making it look easier and easier. And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And here's Miami. 6-point game. Pass to Hero. It's right on the wing. Back to Hero. Shot clock at 5. Here's Butler. Misses the step back jumper. And always a fan favorite, Richard. Zach LaVine.
Most everything he does, it seems to have a little bit of flash to it. You know about the bounce. He has a high arcing shot, and he just has a flair for the dramatic and spectacular.
And Vucevic with the block.
Powerful swat by Vuce, showing how effective he can be on D.
Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Tyler Hero. And that one falls for Vucevic. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Well, talking about his all-star wing, Coach Eric Spoelstra said, it's hard to describe Jimmy Butler until you actually feel him between the 4 lines. He is a supreme elite competitor, one of the ultimate competitors in his profession. His only focus is about driving a team to win. All other things are irrelevant. BA?
Yeah, that's a great point. Thanks, Ali. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
White, good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
First personal foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Butler.
Terry Rozier III.
Down low. Butler drops it in.
Yeah, an assertive move there by Butler, shaking off his defender and finding the bucket.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
1:07 left in the third. Up top, Robinson. Butler on the wing. To the inside. Adebayo. Nice D from Vucevic. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant one. Unnecessary contact.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant one there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Vucevic with it. Guarded by Adebayo. And Levine throws it down.
One of the best dunkers of this era. Levine loves to put on a show.
Left side Robinson. Outside Butler. Butler double team. Robinson finds some space. Cans it from the wing. Robinson's got his first points of the game.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Oh, didn't think that was going in.
You can see the work Levine has put in on his three-point shot. He is now a legit threat from deep.
Vucevic with a steal. Caruso, the open look. Rebounded by Butler. Here's Rozier. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Rozier's got 8.
Perfect soft touch from Rozier. That level of shot control is a strength of his game.
And as we end the third quarter, a double did.
47. The Heat, 36.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Ball will bring it up here for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Craig. The kick out to Ball. Dosunmu for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Now Hero. Rozier right side. And here's Butler outside. And again, Miami with a triple.
What vision from Rozier there. Seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. But they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Butler on the wing. Hero for 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him. Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
To the paint. Here's Highsmith. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Pass to Vucevic. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Because he can commit from all 3 levels, Vucevic is a tricky cover.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Hero right side. And again, it's Miami converting.
Yeah, and this is why Hero was a lottery pick back in 2019, because of how incredible of a scorer he can be.
Craig up top. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to DeRozan.
2 minutes.
Pass to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And it's DeRozan missing. Miami trailing. Now here's Butler. Hero on the wing. The 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
Inside. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Look, when he's within range, Vuce is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Hero for three. Hero with another miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Ball no good.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Ooh.
Outside for Rozier. Here's Butler. On the wing, Rozier. Hero for three. That doesn't go either for Hero.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And that one's good. DeRozan.
Using his athleticism to beat the contact, DeRozan refuses to be held back.
On the wing, Rozier. Miami, no good that time either.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And they get it back. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Butler can't get it to go. Pass to Vucevic. Now Craig. Let's go with a three. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference once they started to get into a group.
8分钟的13分。蛮准。